Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for joining us. I'm Scott Brubaker.
And I'm Kate Salamida. Rise and Shine Oswego starts right now.
This morning, all 5 presidential candidates have been announced. What the next steps are in the selection process.
And some Oswego Residence Hall may get a new name. What's happening straight ahead.
Plus, Sharice Trump is set to visit Oswego tomorrow. We have the latest on the controversy.
It's Tuesday, April 4th. This is Rise and Shine Oswego.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. How are you this morning, Kate?
I'm good, Scott. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Let's get right into our top story. The 5th and final SUNY Oswego presidential candidate open forum occurred yesterday. Dr. Peter Wasu was the final candidate announced alongside Dr. Mary Toll, Dr. Karen Roldan, and Dr. Bruno Hicks and Dr. David Jones.
Now that the 2 open forums have come to a close, the next steps for this month's presidential search is the College Council to meet and approve the 3 finalists by the Chancellor of SUNY Oswego. By the end of the month, the Chancellor is recommended to the final candidate for the SUNY Board of Trustees to interview. It's on Oz kicked off Sexual Assault Awareness Month last night. Throughout the month, Title IX is hosting multiple events, including a consent workshop and Yards for Yeardley. For more information on upcoming events and ways to participate, students can visit the It's on Oz events website.
Despite student outcry, conservative speaker Sharice Trump, who has no relation to the former president, is set to visit campus tomorrow for an event hosted by the college Republicans. Yesterday, in an email to students, officer in charge Mary Toll wrote, quote, "Constitutionally protected speech is an important value of our society and critical to a well-functioning democracy. One of the greatest opportunities presented by higher education is to engage in civil discourse with people who are different from ourselves," end quote. Although the email did not directly address Sharice, many students across campus are calling for students to protest her visit. Sharice Trump's visit to campus is just a day away, and many students are calling on the college Republicans and the campus to do something about it.
This isn't just about her coming to speak. It's about the campus administration and the campus itself priding itself on diversity, equity, and inclusion practices, but allowing things to happen that are the exact opposite of what we promote.
However, there is nothing the campus can do to stop Sharice Trump from coming due to SUNY Oswego being a public institution. Students who are upset cite Sharice's views on Title IX issues, LGBTQ+ rights, and diversity, equity, and inclusion practices. We reached out to the college Republicans for an interview, but they were not available at this time. They did, however, provide us with this statement, quote, "The concerns people have voiced are from an article Sharice had written. The information was misunderstood and misconstrued. She will be coming here to talk about free speech, especially its place at an institution like ours." The statement goes on to say the event should be, quote, "a start to fostering an environment with positive political discourse, and we hope this continues as time goes on." Student leaders did meet Wednesday night to discuss Sharice Trump's visit. The college Republicans said they felt both sides of the issue were heard during the meeting, and they hope they can start to build a bridge between other organizations. Some students, however, still feel they need their voices to be heard.
It is her First Amendment right, and it is the club that's hosting the event. It's their First Amendment right to have this person here to speak and uplift the message that they want to send. However, it's also the students' First Amendment right to protest her being here in whatever way we choose, as long as it is peaceful and doesn't cross any boundaries of school policy, code of conduct, or legal boundaries.
Despite the meeting between student leaders last week, this event is still set to go on as planned this Monday night at 6 p.m. in MCC 132.
SUNY Oswego music professor Eric Schmitz is being recognized for composing a CD entitled Ace Composers 2 with his brother and father that features the work of fellow SUNY Oswego music professors Robert Altler and Daniel Wood. Wood helped Schmitz with recording 2 pieces on campus in Tyler Hall. Schmitz also wrote a piece for Altler to perform, and 3 professors met up to record the piece at the end of 2021 semester.
The SUNY Oswego Faculty Assembly has approved a task force to consider renaming campus buildings, roads, and fields that currently have Native American related names. Director of the Native American Studies Department, Michael Chanes, says, quote, "My goal is to make our campus a more broad-minded place and make all of our campus buildings and facilities safe for Native students, faculty, and staff," end quote.
And in some state news, a group of 5 New York State Supreme Court judges are sat hearing arguments regarding the Columbus Monument in downtown Syracuse. The statue was originally set to be relocated, but residents believe that it is time to get rid of the statue that is associated with history linked to oppression and racism, while other residents believe it is wrong to destroy a statue that they believe is important in history. It is still unclear when a final decision will be made by the judges.
And volunteer fire departments are opening their doors across the state to residents on Saturday, April 22nd and Sunday, April 23rd as part of the 14th annual Recruit NY campaign. The program is an initiative of the Firefighters Association of New York and is designed to help increase volunteer membership in local fire departments. The public are invited to visit their local firehouses where volunteer firefighters will be conducting tours and even allowing visitors to try on their gear.
The Oswego Sunset Concert Series will return to Brightbeck Park this summer. Mayor Billy Barlow says the concerts are a free and enjoyable opportunity for listeners to get outside and to support local musicians and hear some fine music. Guests are encouraged to bring lawn chairs and blankets. The first concert of the summer will take place on June 28th at 7:30.
This morning has been looking pretty gloomy. Was not very happy with the rain this morning, but meteorologist David Rienzo is here to tell us more on what's to come.
David, what will the weather look like today?
Thank you, guys. Today will look a lot like it does right now, cloudy. Rain will die out as the day continues, but clouds will loom over our area for the rest of the day. We can look forward to pleasant temperatures the next few days, but we've got to get used to some sort of catch. So stick around to see what will counteract these high temperatures. Lastly, this past weekend was pretty mixed. Saturday afternoon was beautiful. That was literally dampened by evening rain. And Sunday was sunny skies but cold winds. This weekend will come to be dry, sunny, and warm. So stick around for my full forecast after the break. But first, back to Scott.
All right, thank you, David. Still to come, former President Donald Trump is set to be the first president to be arraigned today. What could happen on this historic day?
And Your Money Matters. We'll have the latest with chicken prices right after this.
To arrive here at
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that boy.
Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on?
Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep. 10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
We're going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
What? I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back.
No.
Kevin!
Welcome back to Rise and Shine Oswego.
It's time for Your Money's Matter. Here is what you need to know. The growing popularity of crispy chicken sandwiches has left restaurants chasing a relatively rare bird. As small chickens are now in higher demand, restaurants like KFC and Chick-fil-A prize birds that only weigh about 4 pounds. Reportedly, they're more flavorful and more tender than the bigger birds. Due to high demand, prices for small chicken breasts are remaining relatively high, peaking at about $4.30 last summer.
Google is testing a price guarantee program that will help you get money back if airfare prices drop after booking. Here's how it works. Go to Google Flights and type in where and when you want to travel. After you book the trip, Google will monitor the price every day until departure. If the fare goes down, you get the difference paid back via Google Pay.
And Richard Branson's Virgin Origin rocket company has filed for bankruptcy. Last week, the company announced it was laying off hundreds of workers because its money is dried up. Virgin Orbit has been struggling since January when they had a high-profile rocket failure when they attempted to launch a rocket from England. Virgin Orbit's chief executive told The Times it's looking to sell the company.
All right, still to come on Rise and Shine Oswego, UConn completes its strong run in the NCAA men's tournament by beating San Diego State to be crowned the champions.
And stick around to see what kind of weather you can expect for the next few days. Will it be rain or will it be sun?
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the Earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine Oswego. I'm meteorologist David Rienzo. Currently over in New York State, there's this band of rain moving straight due east all the way from Buffalo to Saratoga. This should move out in our area for the next couple hours, leaving some dry skies for the next 24 hours. As I said, it's currently drizzling, a bit cool, but this northeast wind will make it feel like it's 41 degrees. This rain should persist until about 12 p.m. today, and then we can expect to see some clear skies for the rest of the day. Right now, it's not going to warm up much for today, peaking at around 48 degrees, and then dip right back down to 45 degrees. So a raincoat and a long sleeve shirt will do you just fine when you're walking to class today. Rain will stop right around 12, just before peak rain. Tomorrow, rain and chance of lightning. Rain will move in around 2 p.m. and a chance of lightning around 2 until 5, with some slight gusts up as high as 32 degrees. But tomorrow will feel very warm, 64 degrees, possibly the warmest day we've felt in a while since last fall. Remember, if there is lightning occurring, stay inside, stay away from trees and windows. If you do find yourself outside, get low on the ground, stay away from trees, and make sure that you stay away from any body of water, such as a pool or the lake. Looking at the 7-day forecast, pretty hectic. Rain in the first half of the week should clear out, and sunny skies for this weekend. I know I got a little bit of a sunburn last Sunday, so make sure that you get your sunscreen on, get your sunglasses out, and maybe even some shorts. I don't know. That's all for my full report. Back to Scott and Kate.
All right, thank you, David. Former President Donald Trump is set to be arraigned today for paying hush money to former adult film star Stormy Daniels. Trump is set to appear in Manhattan court today, where he is expected to plead not guilty to the charges. Trump will be making history as he's the first president to face arraignment. New York has been preparing for a moment never seen before with extra security and riot control.
Last night, UConn completed its dominant NCAA men's tournament run in the double of March Madness. When they won their 5th national championship, UConn defeated San Diego State 76-59. UConn's head coach Danny Hurley had an emotional post-game interview where he said, quote, "Obviously a dream come true for all of us. It was a part of the program. We have the dream." On Friday, March 31st, the roof of Apollo Theater in Illinois collapsed due to a harsh storm, leaving 48 injured and at least 1 dead. When 2 Illinois siblings heard about this news, they decided to take action. CNN's Anthony Ferretti reports.
What do you hope that these superheroes can do for the city?
Help the Apollo Theater and save the day. Baby, strong.
The news of the Apollo Theater collapse that left 1 person dead and dozens more injured didn't just impact adults, but these 2 brothers who wanted to do something for those impacted by Friday's tragedy.
To save the day and help the person that was hurt.
They brought several of their toys to the Kishwaukee River near the Apollo Theater to watch over the city of Belvedere on Saturday.
We just started to kind of like get nervous because we both feel real bad.
This one especially was super upset in the morning, felt almost sick to his stomach, he said. They got their ideas together and figured out, instead of stuffed animals, because we normally do stuffed animals, we wanted to do superheroes.
These are our favorites and we wanted to give it to the person that was hurt.
The Thomas kids previously set up stuffed animals on 19th Street in Rockford, where Jordan Thomas, who is of no relation, was shot and killed almost 2 years ago. Their mom says she didn't expect them to do anything like this.
We got everything ready and hurried up and tried to get down here before it got too crowded, because it was a very busy scene down here. But I was super proud.
Despite this small gesture, Kayla Thomas couldn't believe the amount of people who have noticed what her kids have done for the city.
Basically that my kids touched them and that they also wanted to join in and everybody come together and be strong together.
After the boys added their superheroes, more people took it upon themselves to add to the memorial with the theme Belvedere Strong as investigation and cleanups continue.
Finland is set to join NATO in a historic security policy shift and will become the 31st member of the organization. Finland, a country that borders Russia, is looking for extra protection due to the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict. After Russia invaded Ukraine, Finland applied to join NATO, fearing that Russia will invade and cross its borders. Finland's flag will be raised for the first time in NATO headquarters today.
Coming up in entertainment, we have Vogue's latest cover star and news about what people really went to see in the box office. Stay tuned.
All right, that's all ahead, but first let's take a look on what's on the menu today. Cooper has breakfast bowls, home fries, and chocolate dream smoothies this morning.
Lakeside is serving sloppy joes and vegan sloppy joes at lunch. And for dinner, they have quesadillas and empanadas.
At Pathfinder, there will be Beyond Hot Sausage or Chicken with ice cream cookie sandwiches. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Rise and Shine Oswego.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
The Kinda Late Show with Chloe and Anna. Like licorice, Twizzlers, absolutely nasty. The thought of turkey is just nauseating.
I think you're wrong, is what I think.
You think I'm wrong a lot of time.
I do think you're wrong a lot.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine Oswego. Let's see what's new in entertainment. Vogue Philippines' newest cover star makes waves as the oldest person ever featured at 106 years old. Apo Wango D is a tattoo artist from a mountain village in Kalinga province of the Philippines. She's been practicing the art of hand-dipping tattoos since she was a teenager after being taught by her father. People travel from all over the world for her work. Wang Od says she's training her grandnieces to keep the tradition alive. Vogue Philippines says she represents what is beautiful about Filipino culture. So, question for you guys today: would you ever travel internationally just for a tattoo?
I feel like a lot of people do. I've heard a lot of stories of people doing it. Me, myself, personally, I probably wouldn't. What about you guys?
I don't think I would either unless I really, really loved the artist.
Maybe too if like it was a place that was kind of special.
Right.
It's kind of tradition in my family. It's every place you travel, you get a tattoo. So I might keep the tradition, maybe.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Getting on to other news and entertainment, magic tops all as the movie Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves beat out John Wick in its opening weekend. The movie made an impressive $38.5 million this weekend alone and has solid reviews from critics. D&D, the movie, is based on a small portion of the massive lore of the nearly 50-year-old role-playing game. Have you guys ever played the game D&D?
I haven't. The only time I've really ever heard of D&D is from Stranger Things.
I played once in high school with some friends.
Okay. My sister is a big D&D fan. She's trying to convince me to play. I've never caught the hook. What about you though?
I personally have never played, but I would say if you guys did want to get into it, checking out the Storytellers Guild here on campus.
I was gonna say we have a club here that does that.
Yeah,
sure. Cool.
Also, in social media related news, some Twitter users yesterday noticed that the usual bird logo was swapped out for a Shiba Inu, most known as the Doge meme and the cryptocurrency that it later inspired. Following the switch, Dogecoin surged more than 30%. Elon most notably owns a Shiba, and on Friday, Musk asked federal court to throw out a $258 billion lawsuit that accused Musk of manipulating the price of Dogecoin with his internet antics. Did you guys notice the change on your Twitter, the news about Dogecoin?
So I definitely did this morning. I was trying to find information on a story, and I didn't know this was happening. And I saw the little icon in the corner. I thought it was funny. What about you guys?
I saw it this morning too, and it was actually right after we were talking about it in the studio, so it made me laugh.
I did not see it, but I saw it on a post about it. I heard it was an April Fool's prank, but it was a little delayed by a couple days.
I was so you can ask the other producer. I was clicking it. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I was so confused.
The producers in the back were talking about Dogecoin's prices surging and not knowing why. And
could be why.
In other entertainment news, we have David Daniels speaking on Disney's latest live-action movie.
happy to announce that a live-action reimagining of Moana is in the works.
Dwayne Johnson went back to Hawaii to announce he'll return as the demigod Maui in a live-action version of the animated hit Moana. He'll also be a producer on the film, which is in development. Johnson says he's proud of his Pacific Islander heritage, including his late grandfather, a wrestler known as the Flying Hawaiian.
When I bring Maui to life, I'm doing it in the spirit of my grandfather.
I've seen things I can't explain.
Indiana Jones is heading to Cannes. The world premiere of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is set for May 18th at the Cannes Film Festival. The final installment of the iconic movie franchise is due in theaters June 30th.
I think he likes me. What the?
Host acquired.
Who said that? It's okay, it's gonna be okay!
Alien biotech turns a young man into Blue Beetle. Xolo Maridueña takes on the title role in the first solo movie for a Latino superhero. Blue Beetle soars into theaters to protect Palmera City August 18th. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Nice choice.
That is so cool. I did not know they were making a live-action Moana, but if The Rock's doing it, I hope they have Alihi Graho, who was the original Moana. This will be Moana.
I know we were talking earlier, other movies like we want to see, I would love to see live action, Princess and the Frog, right?
Yeah, which we spoke about
We
here
talked about last week. And what was the other one we were just saying? Tangled.
I love Tangled. That's my favorite Disney movie ever.
So good. All right.
Well, we will be right back after this.
Shine on that black.
Look at the bling. Look at do we got a diamond tester on?
Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Welcome back, everyone. It's April 1st. It's not April Fool's, but that means today is National Vitamin C Day.
This day highlights the importance of vitamin C to our health. It adds to our immunity and reduces the impact of infections.
Sources of vitamin C include citrus fruits, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, kiwi fruit, tomatoes, potatoes, strawberries, green and red bell peppers.
So grab a glass of orange juice with your meal today.
So real quick before we get going, we were chatting during the break. You said, what Disney movie do you want to see that?
I think an incredible movie to see live would be Brave. I think a live action, like the mom turned into a bear, would just be incredible to see in live action. I think it would be awesome.
So hopefully Disney's watching. We want to see that soon.
I want royalties.
Right? So if you missed our morning newscast this morning or any broadcast here on WTOP, be sure to check out our YouTube channel.
Yes, you can use the link below to watch all of the content WTOP has to offer.
And that is our report for this morning. We'll see you right back here tonight for WTOP 10 Nightly News.
From all of us here at Rise and Shine Oswego, thank you for watching and have a great day. Pumpkin.